So hello YouTube, good morning you all. Today we're gonna talk about beauty standards and plastic surgery. Deep questions, deep topic, but it's a pleasure to talk about this kind of topic. So with me I have Vanessa and Gabriela Bonaldi. So if you want to join with us, please go to the website talkandtalk.com.br and you will be welcome. So, if you don't know me, my name is Epaminondas. I am 28 years old. I work as a personal trainee. I'm an expert in physiology. I am a kind of online personal trainee. I have my service from in the internet. I have Instagram where I share some content. So this is me. So please, Gabi, could you introduce yourself?
Of course. I'm Gabi, 22 years old, a biomedic. More. I always forgot. I always try to say something new, but my favorite hobby is read. I actually like reading mangas, but I like other kinds of books too. And I really appreciated all kinds of music. I really like to listen music every single day. That's it.
Great. And your turn, Vanessa, please.
My name is Vanessa. I'm 38 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm married. I have a son. No pets, unfortunately. I like learning English. I like music and watch movies. And that's it.
Great. So let's start. The number one is deep question. Do you believe the things that we like can be influenced by our environments? And what about the way we see our body? Gabi, please.
I think so. I think the field around us influence your way to live, your way to think, and your behavior. I guess we always live in a society, so some kind of things happen in a society. You do not because you want or because you like that, but it is a social acceptable. So yeah, the way we see a body, of course, like here in Brazil, we have a type of body, and some persons want this kind of body and others don't want. So I guess, yeah, influence. So I have an example. For example, the way we dress is so influenced by social medias, TV shows, and sometimes soap operas. Like sometimes you see a person in soap opera use a kind of dress, and in the other day, a lot of social medias and persons, influencers use the same. So it's a type of magazine, I guess.
Yeah, really. And normally about bodies, a teeny body. So hard. And you, Vanessa, what do you think about this subject?
Yes, I agree with Gabriela. Social media, TV influence a lot the way that we see our body. There is padrão, né? But I see nowadays this I don't know, padrão. People are trying to mix it, many different bodies and try to accept to do that people accepted this person with different bodies and hair. That's it. But I agree that social medias and TV influence a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we have an standard. So normally we should follow this standard, because if we don't do it, your aunt, your mother, your father, your family, your friends, oh, you win some weight, or even the opposite, you lose a lot of weight, so you are ugly because of that. So it's very, very, very hard. It's impossible to please everybody. It's important to make comfortable everybody, and it's not necessary actually to do it. It's important to be comfortable with ourselves, with our body, with our mind. So that's the point. But I totally agree that the way that we see our body and the things that we like are influenced by the things around us, what we listen, what we see, the content that we watch on YouTube, on social media, and our dialogues with our friends and the people around us, what these people think. So we are very, very deep questions. But I was thinking about social media, and the number two, it's about this. I don't know if you have, Vanessa, Instagram, but do you feel comfortable to share your image on social media without a filter?
I have Instagram, but I don't use it a lot. I prefer Facebook. Um, when I see my picture is good, okay, I share. But sometimes I put a filter. um, so if I take a picture and I'm not using a makeup, for example, I put a filter. I don't know in English. That's it. It depends. Depends. Sometimes okay. Uh, for example, my profile photo is the same because I liked this photo and um, it's hard to take a photo and I see and okay, I like it. But that's it.
I feel you, and my profile photo, I put it maybe 2 years ago, and I don't change because I don't have any photos that I really like. So, oh, I really like this photo, and I will share in my profile. So it's not good, but yeah, it's hard. I totally feel you. Totally feel you. And you, Gabi, you feel comfortable?
Really comfortable. Really comfortable. If I don't use filter besides funny filters, but I really that doesn't like. And I'm not a kind of person who use a lot of makeup. So if you see me in social media, you see me real, like only in solo filter, and that's it. Because I really hate her. I really hate filter. But about the profile, I have a problem too. I use the same profile in three social medias, three different social medias. And the profile I was 18 years old, so a long time ago. But I like it's difficult because if you open my Instagram, you think I'm dying. If you're not in my my friends, my my group of friends, my best friends on Instagram, you think I'm dying because I don't share nothing or almost nothing on Instagram. So yeah, it's difficult. A low profile person is difficult.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. I would like to be like you, but unfortunately I need to share my
You
image
work
every
with
single
that.
day. So it's
No,
not easy. It's easy.
but you work with that. It's different.
Yeah.
For me, I
Yeah.
use for funny. I share stupid things on
But
Instagram.
I would like to do the same, but for me it's impossible. So sad.
No, it's
But
not impossible.
maybe. But
Do a
you
funny
said,
things with your area. Share
yeah,
funny things in your area.
yeah,
So it's funny.
maybe. Yeah, yeah. Good point. You said one thing, and I will create a new question here. You said that you don't use a lot of makeup and things like that. If someone see you in person, it's the same.
The
Do
same.
you know some person that it's totally different in person and in social media? Do you know someone like this?
Yeah, I know. And the person was a really close friend, and the person worked with makeup and every day put something on social media with a wake up. But if you see face to face, don't have one makeup in her face. It was so different because she worked with like magical makeup. It's not a real makeup. It's like Halloween makeup. So we do these things. So different. Like it's so funny to see the person on the street, like wearing a mask and feel tired. Walk and you see the person on social media like with a lot of makeup, but I have with for me too, like when I wear makeup in my graduation party, I do makeup and I feel so strange. I feel so strange. I think it was not me because I wear more makeup than I usually do. So for me makeup is really basic, and this day I put a cílios postiços and I start to do that for 1 hour. And I feel so terrifying.
And I will add something that normally I know people that are shamed to meet someone on the street because this person is totally different on social media and in the real life. So this person feel shamed. It's scary to meet someone because it's totally different. It's crazy thing. So yeah, crazy. Vanessa, do you meet someone like that? Do you know someone that's totally different in person or in social
I am this
media?
person. Oh, because I love makeup, but uh, for example, once I didn't have time. I don't know what happened, but I worked without makeup, and the people, everyone asked for me, "Are you sick? Did you sleep well?" Oh no! I just I'm just without makeup. Terrible. But I need makeup because I have many olheiras. Terrible. I need at least base. At least. At least a sunscreen with base. I don't know, because minhas olheiras é terrível.
Oh, embarrassing situation. So hard. And girls, I would pick the number 3 because this is one important question for me in person and in general about body. Do you compare your body to other people's bodies on social media? Vanessa, you said that you use Facebook, you use Instagram, but don't use a lot. Share with us if you compare your body or you don't compare. Please tell us.
No. I don't compare myself, my body. I don't know. When I saw some clothes don't no I when I see I can't use any clothes because I am fat, because não serve mais. For me, this is a point for me to change my my food and pay attention with my weight. When I try to use some clothes and these clothes não serve mais. For me, is I start, but I don't compare my body with others. No.
Thankfully, because nowadays it's too hard, don't compare our bodies, because we have a lot of people. If you open your social media and click on explorar, crazy. So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of body, and normally unconscious we compare our body, our life, and it's very, very, very hard, very difficult for us. But if you don't do it, please don't do keep going. It's hard. And you, Gabi, do you have this problem? You don't have?
Nowadays, I don't have this problem anymore. I guess in my teenager time, maybe I compare myself with persons not with the same age as me, but more older than me. Because I don't know why. Don't have explanation. I think it was something unconscious. But on social medias nowadays, I don't compare. I don't follow person who have this kind of discuss, like compare yourself and, oh, if you don't have a perfect body, you never own something. So I unfollow this kind of person on my social media. But I have something weird to say. I don't compare my body with others, but I compare my body with my body in the time, like in the past. So in the pandemic time, I feel tired. Of course, the pandemic time was the host time of ever, and I gained some of height, and I don't feel comfortable with my body. So I start to go to the gym to eat more healthy foods. And now when I take some pictures of 2 years ago, I feel proud of me. But in the same time, I feel like why I stay in the situation in the past. Why I put my body and my mind in this moment. So when I compare, I take some picture when I was a dancer. I feel like, oh my gosh, my leg was a perfect leg, and nowadays I don't have anymore that, and I want to cry. The life is it. It's a process. I guess Nondas follow me in this sentence. Everything's a process, and I guess the body is a process too. It's not a body, only a body process, but a mind process too. So I'm feel proud of me, and I don't compare in social medias, because if you see a skinny body in social media, sometimes the person that doesn't have that is a filter or something more. So I didn't compare anymore.
Yeah, it's not fair. So, and Vanessa, do you do the same? You do the same? So
I
compare
totally
yourself.
agree. I compare with myself mesmo, in the past, like Gabriel said. That's it.
Girls, for me, it was very difficult, especially when I was a teenager. I felt that I was too tiny, and I wanted to gain some weight and to become strong man and things like that when I was a teenager. And when we are a teenager, it's a difficult phase in our life, because normally we need to fit in some group, and normally when we are a little bit different, we suffer bullying and things like that. So it's very, very hard phase in our life. And normally our body is changing a lot in this phase. So it's maybe a little bit strange, and we don't understand better in a good way. So it's very, very hard when we are a teenager. And I had a lot of problems with my body, with my what I feel about my body in the past. But nowadays, thankfully, after a lot of self awareness, and I it is better for me. But it was hard, very hard, very, very, very hard. Deep question. But nowadays it's easier. I compare myself, but I'm not feel sad about, so for example, oh, in this phase I was thinking something like, yeah, but just it, I remember what I was thinking, what I was doing, but I don't feel sad, or my legs not in the same way anymore, or my body it's not the same way. So normally it's okay, but I compare my life. Nowadays it's it's a little light, but in the past, my life with other people, especially people in my field, people with a lot of results in the business and things like that, it's hard. Social media in general, it's a hard space to stay. So
Yeah.
let's skip for number 4. Currently, many people share the results of plastic surgery on social media. Do you think this content can influence other people to do the same and create a desire or create a need? Because I brought this question because nowadays it's easier to see short videos about this, and people in the just after the surgery, and the doctor take the photo and post on social media, and it's easier to see this in the social media. And recently I saw one person that I follow, and this person shared my dream and this kind of picture. So I was wondering, so this is a right thing to do. This is ethical, this is good. This content can influence other people to do the same or to create a desire, because we have, especially, I was talking about teenagers, for example, a hard phase in our life, and we don't have a mature mind, things like that. And a lot of teenagers and kids are inside of social media and watching this kind of videos. And what do you think about this kind of questions? I'll start from you, Gabi. What do you think?
Sincere, horrible, horrible for the mind, for the teenagers, the persons who want that as a dream is horrible. I think it's not professional. If you study 4 years or more in something related with healthy, you influence the person, not because he wants this body, but sometimes the person have other problem and want to solve with the surgery. So it's something more deep than only a plastic surgery. I feel really bad when I see this kind of video, as Nonda said, on TikTok sometimes. And the majority persons who watch TikTok is teenagers. So you see a teenager publicated something on TikTok like, oh, my dream is have this, I don't know, this noise. Why a teenager want that? So you growing up, your face change, your body change. Like we always want to be more, but sometimes because of the social medias, I can see the persons don't want to be like normal, want to be perfect, I guess. And it's a really huge problem in social medias. And I guess influence, for example, a dentist share something in the influence feed. Maybe in the next week, the direct of this professional have a lot of persons who want to do the same. So it's a lot of responsibility. If you are a professional, a health professional, and do something like that, I have angry with you a little bit because you do the person, I don't know the word, maybe it's not esperança, I forgot the name, but you do the person a perfection with that doesn't exist in real life. So I really hate this kind of comments and posts because the real life is not that, not at all.
Yeah, very hard, very, very hard. But I want to listen to you, Vanessa. What do you think?
What I see nowadays, the most of people with the same face, this, for example, teeth, right teeth, facetas, né? Nowadays it's so common, but in my opinion, is superficial. I don't know, cílios, many cílios. I don't like it. In my opinion, this professional need to pay attention what this the content they share, because this surgery is necessary for a person that really needs to solve some question in your body. But sometimes I see beautiful girls passing for the process sem precisar. I don't know. It's sad because, as Gabriela said, sometimes these people have a emotional question to solve, not a static body question. I don't know. I don't have courage to change anything in my body, but if I had one thing that I really didn't like, I will do a surgery, but what I see nowadays is people that do a surgery, but não precisa fazer. Is influenced because social media and TikTok, TV, etc.
Yeah, and I want to add two things. The first, I'm on personal training, and I need to talk about body, about results, about things like that, and static things. And one day I was talking with a customer about one topic, and this customer said to me, she saw on social media about hip dips, and I don't know if you know what is this, but the curve on the and he never had realized that she had this kind of thing, but after she was afraid because of that. So it's very, very complicated, because nowadays this is a question from her, but she saw on the social media, and the social media create this problem. It's totally normal. This is not a problem. This is normal, but the problem was created on social media, and normally the people that create this kind of thing sell the solution. So it's very, very, very hard to talk about this kind of thing. And Vanessa, you said about, and Gabi as well, about other problems besides the surgery, the plastic surgery. And I had this kind of thing. I was talking about my body and my perception about my body. And nowadays I have a good relationship with myself, with my body, and I don't have problem. I feel comfortable, but in the past I couldn't say this. And after to solve all, after to work in the process to feel comfortable with my body, and to have more, to know myself deeply, nowadays I feel good. But I can realize that it was a emotional problem. It was a problem inside my mind, not about my body. This is inside my mind. This is my mind, and the things that I saw, the information that I had, and what the people said to me, what kind of content I consumed. And after to change my behavior, after to change my environment and the information that I get, my mind changed, and I feel good with my body nowadays. So my fear is this kind of thing. So maybe these teenagers are mature enough to do these things, are prepared to change their minds, are prepared to realize that their mind maybe is the problem, is not the body. And it's very, very hard topic, very, very hard topic. But that's it. I really think that our environment, and including social media, can influence a lot our behavior and the way that we think about the life and about the body. And
I
I will
want
skip for
to,
the,
sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
I want to add something. Nowadays, the like the persons talk more about the mental health and this kind of thing, but the standards about body nowadays is more harder than 3 years ago. I can see because of the social media, as you can see, and this is the problem I see the teenagers faced in some years when become adults, because the standards is so high. And you talked about mental health, but a part of us never like follow and search how to deal with that. So other problem.
Yeah, and I read something interesting. I was thinking about this, and maybe we talk a lot about the subject, but we don't solve the problem. We don't do what we should do to solve the problem. Just talking and show the problem and talk about the problem, but we don't do nothing in a concrete way to solve the problem. For example, nowadays we have a lot of content about obesity and how to lose weight, and never in the history we had so many content, like a lot of content like nowadays. But nowadays the number of people with obesity is increasing more and more and more and more. So talk about this subject is not enough to solve the problem. We should to do things to really solve, not just talk. And of course it's important to talk, but only talk not solve the problem. As you are saying, we are talking about standards, but maybe I feel the same. Nowadays it's higher than in the past, the standards, because of the social media and things like that. So it's very complex problem to solve, very complex. And I will skip for the number 6. Yes. Yeah, this it's that. And the number 6 I will skip, and after I will return to the number 5. Many digital influencers get plastic surgery in exchange for ads to add something on their social media. What is your opinion about the situation? And unfortunately, I saw a lot of this kind of situation. A social media influencer and get a surgery, plastic surgery, and after this person promote this doctor and this situation and things like that, just because of the exchange, or because the money. And what do you think about this, Vanessa?
Yes, I agree with you. Many digital influencers promote a specific professional, but some people don't have money to pay this professional and look for another, and sometimes think um, can be wrong. the surgery. Um, and, because surgery is so expensive, and you need to look for a good professional, but there are people that don't don't have money to pay a good professional, and sometimes try to solve some something in your body, and if don't this person don't have this good professional, can be worse, pode ficar pior. É isso.
Yeah, I totally agree. Or can get anxious, depressed, and body problems and health problems. So maybe very, very hard situation. Gabi, how about you?
The same, I guess. The influencers never do that. I hope stop. But I have a like here in Brazil, we do a lot of plastic surgery, but have other problems too. The standard of beauty here is so high. So as you can see, the price you pay for this surgery, cosmetics, is so high than other countries. Like I do I don't know, a Hank here. Maybe Brazil is one, I guess, is the five in the world who pay more for cosmetics. It's like the five around the world. The second is China. China is so cheap, so cheap. You pay for that, like, so cheap. And here in Brazil, why we stay in the five, in the rank five? It's so pricey to pay these things. So it is something we always want to search the standard of beauty, the standard of always be pretty. If you have something in your skin, you are ugly. If you don't do your eyebrows, you're ugly. So I guess it's the same thing as in the plastic surgery. And when the influencers put that, say, oh, I do that, it was so good, and 3 weeks later have a baby. So it's not normal. It's not normal. In my opinion, this situation is a society problem. For more, is a woman's problem. It's like you always see women suffer more with that. And I think it's ridiculous to see a person who put the doctor and the surgery, and the plastic surgery before is not that, after is not that. You need to prepare your body, you need to prepare your mind. It's not something you go and do. So on social media, the person thinks so easy, but it's not so easy. So I don't like this kind of influencers, and I really hate this kind of posts, because Vanessa said something really interesting. Sometimes you see the doctor, you don't have money to pay, and you go to other doctor, and sometimes a lot of women die per year in Brazil because put PBM in the body and die. So it's hard, it's really hard. And in my profession, I have a lot of professionals who put Botox in persons, and the person have a destroyed face or destroyed some part of the body. So if you're a professional, be a professional. Because if you not be a professional, it's the other person's life. you know. I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I'm feeling angry right now.
Keep calm, breathe. 1, 2. And so I will skip for the number 9 because you are saying about this thing. And do you think people who have cosmetic surgery are always happy with the results? Share your
No.
opinion.
No, never. Never. I use a lot of cosmetic surgery. No one does know because no one does stay in my Instagram. So, but I always say that if you use for yourself. Don't use to see yourself as other person, because it doesn't work. If you use that because you know it's good for you, continue. So the cosmetic surgery have a problem. Sometimes work with me, but don't work with you, because have different type of skins, different type of anatomy, and like a lot of things involved in cosmetic surgery. And because of that, I feel angry, because if you said a person who have a lot of black pimples, like cravos, around the nose, and you said the person, oh, take limo and pass to your face. Please, don't do that. But for you, maybe it works. So it's normal nowadays on social medias. You can see receitinhas caseiras to do miracle, but miracle doesn't exist. So other thing, I feel really angry because teenagers do a lot of that, and hospital you see teenagers with the part of the face burning because of lemon and sun, and used to stop the skins. Horrible.
Thank you for sharing. And you, Vanessa, do you think people who have cosmetic surgery are always happy with the results?
No. These days I was watching a interview with a lot of women that nowadays is sad because their bodies were worse than the past. Their bodies were deformados. Sad because women that paid a lot, and many doctors was good doctors, famous, good clinicals, but I don't know, something wrong happened, and the doctor don't didn't give a support for these women, and totally sad because this self a estima, baixa estima, they was with expectative, and nowadays today this woman was sad with their bodies.
Yeah, it's very hard because this is surgery, and every surgery there has dangers. It's dangerous, and maybe it will become good or not. There's a risk, and sometimes it doesn't work. So maybe it's very hard. I was thinking here about prosthesis, and a lot of people, I was watching something like that. A lot of people got prosthesis, and after uh, they need to remove because a lot of problems because of that, and a lot of problems, and it's hard. It's very hard. I have no idea. I have no clue about this, but maybe this is a kind of the most common for me, what I see, and especially in women. And a lot of people want to do that. A lot of people want to get some prostheses and to, but I'm seeing a lot of people removing and happy because could remove. So it's very, very, very deep. And so I think we don't we don't can share plastic surgery as like an easy thing. It's a very invasive thing, and there's risk, and it's dangerous. It's not easy as like to cut hair or things like that. It's very, very complicated thing, and I'm very uh, freaked out about this kind of thing, about how we are showing this kind of thing in social media and this kind of content. So it's very, very hard, very, very difficult, and I'm a little sad because of that. So, but deep question, deep subject, and I think as a society we need to talk more about this and do concrete things to solve this problem. Um, Someone want to add something? No? So,
I return about um, the question that people that do surgery sometimes have a mental question to solve. For example, I saw a guy that his body is like a devil. He cursed, I don't know, cortou a língua, put chifres. Crazy. In my opinion, this surgery will be, tinha que ser proibido, because horrible. I don't know. The guy is crazy, totally crazy.
Now I want
yeah,
to see.
it's like Keys, the band, and the I don't know, but the vocalista have I don't know the words in English, but bifurcação na língua, and if I'm
The
not
kiss,
mistaken,
right?
yeah.
This guy
But
that I
a lot of
saw,
people have.
But
ele
chifres?
tirou o nariz, ele só tinha os buracos do nariz, ele tirou o nariz e as
I saw.
orelhas.
Voldemort. Like
Sim.
Voldemort.
So
Ah,
very, very, very deep question, deep subject.
é.
But
We need
So-
a part two.
girls, I put the link of the survey here. Please let your feedback. Let me know what you think about this meeting, and I hope you enjoyed this kind of conversation. And if you want to suggest some topic, please let this on the survey. And have a great day. Have a great week. And next week we are talk about the TikTokers, YouTubers, vloggers and
Oh
the
gosh.
new professions. So I
Okay.
hope I'm waiting for you all next meeting. So
Okay.
see you. Have a great day.
See
Thank
you. Good
you.